Yeah, they played with that. Planting that seed.
Oh, I've watched that.
What? Yeah. So that's 4. Oh, you said 4. That looks like where I would go skiing. I used to do that.
All right. How's everybody?
Great.
Good. How's everybody online? Good to see everybody. This is Guided Meditations with Kent Boxberger. This is a Wednesday evening. Every Wednesday evening here we're online, and we have a live audience as well. Everybody say hi.
Hi.
Everybody say hi. All right. Good to see everybody. We're going to, the topic tonight is meeting your next big idea. So we're going to have about a 20-minute meditation. Each week what we do is we have about a 20-minute meditation, and then we have a question and answer segment after that. So you can join in. This week I'll take some questions online. For you folks online, you can go ahead and post your question. Try to get to those as well. As far as I know, nobody on the planet is doing a guided meditation like this live and in person at the same time, and is not doing questions and answering questions as well. So I think we're doing something here that nobody else is doing on the planet that I know of. I'm sure there will be others that will follow suit. The word will get out, but that's okay because we want everybody to be happy. We want everybody to be happy. So it's good to see everybody. Hope you're having a good week. Today is a very interesting day because today we have a new moon in the sign of Gemini at 44 degrees. That happened this afternoon about 2:45 in the afternoon Eastern Daylight Time. Gemini is about a lot of thinking, a lot of brain processing things. Although right now, as we speak, we're in a void of course moon, which means that things will be very chilled out. This is the perfect time to have a meditation, okay? Now, when some of you folks that are watching this online will watch it, of course, you probably won't be in a void moon, but as we record this, as we're here live online, we are in a void moon status, which void moons are a good time to just chill out. They're kind of like full moons, where we can just be easy, we can be relaxed, good time to get a massage, good time to meditate. It's a really good time to go inside because it's kind of the universe's way of saying, hey, it's time to take a break and relax and just do a lot of nothing except going inside and finding out a little bit, aligning with who you are. So our meditations, my meditations really focus on three main things. Number one, if you do meditations correctly, and there are a million ways to do meditations, but my particular brand of guided meditation center around three major things. Number one, it's about the physical body, the health, in improving our physical health, okay? We want to improve our physical health, first of all. Without good health, we suffer. Everything else doesn't matter, okay, in life. So in a proper guided meditation, your cells gel together. They communicate well. There's no resistance. And you're able to heal. You're able to integrate and all kinds of wonderful things. And this energy stays with you hours and days after the meditation. In fact, even if you meditate for 15 or 20 minutes, because the universe never forgets energy signatures because it doesn't run on time. All you have to do is reconnect with it a little bit. And you can do that with just a thought if you want. That's all it takes. The second thing that our guided meditations accomplish is it opens the communication lines to receive messages with spirit. So when we properly let go and relax, we get out of our head, we get into our heart properly, we stop thinking, so to speak, we neutralize. That opens up a gateway for spirit to come in. Higher consciousness, let's call it, all forms of higher consciousness, benevolent higher forms of consciousness to come in and to connect with us. And for our inner being, our higher self, our soul template, our soul, so to speak, the higher levels of our eternal self, to be able to communicate with us on levels that normally we couldn't actually be able to do. So the messages we get are from anything from what you might call your angels, depending on your belief system, ascended masters, those that have lived here on earth before and ascended to a higher plane. Now, a good example would be Jesus Christ or a Buddha, for instance. There have been literally thousands and thousands of ascended masters. Or it could be those that have died and passed on to the other side, to a higher consciousness. Maybe those that you've known in this lifetime, or perhaps you knew in another lifetime, but perhaps they didn't incarnate in this lifetime, yet they're on the other side. They are there as well. As well as God, what some call God and some call source energy as well, or a higher plane of existence, higher being. Okay. The third thing our guided meditations accomplish is the quickening up, the speeding up of our deliberate manifestations. And what that's about is, when we say deliberate, it means those things that we really, really want to happen in our life. We want to see to come to fruition. Whether it's more money in our life, whether it's even our better health, whether it's our love life, our relationship life, our family life, maybe it's our career, our job, all those things. when we do proper meditation, guided meditation, properly like we do, when ours are about 20 minutes here, we speed up or quicken that process, because what happens is we reduce the resistance so much that through the law of attraction we're able to let in, through the flow of well-being in the universe, those wanted manifestations over those manifestations that we don't want so much. And we do it at a very, very powerful rate, more so than you may think at the time you're meditating. You think, well, this really isn't doing much. I mean, I'm just sitting here relaxing. But you would be wrong, because the universe is geared towards non-resistance, neutrality. And so when you as a soul bring those walls down to a deep state, a very deep state, while you're still conscious, not asleep, while you're still conscious, there's a mystical, magical thing that happens in the manifestation process through the laws of physics that bring things into being to physical manifestation. So if you want a lot more money, if you want a lot more love, if you want a lot more peace and tranquility, if you want a lot better health in your life, guided meditations or meditations on its own, if you can meditate, the more you can do every day on a consistent basis, the healthier you'll be, the richer you'll be, the better relationships you'll have with your family and those around you. All those things will come into play. What your purpose in life, you'll be able to see it clear and know what your path, your highest path is, and to stay on that path no matter what happens. All those things come into play, and they take you to where you want to go. And thus you have more peace, you have more joy, you feel better. And what happens is there's an effect. It's kind of like a snowball rolling down a hill. The more it rolls, the bigger it gets. In other words, the better it gets. So one other thing we'd like to say here about our guided meditations is this. This is all about going inside. And the time we're living in now, especially now, this is June. Wow, time's flying. This is June the 13th, 2018. And the state of the world, we just saw another miracle. We just saw the President of the United States meet with the Prime Minister of North Korea, something that's never happened before. No other president, I don't think ever, has ever done this. This is the first in history ever we just witnessed. Okay? You can have your viewpoints and opinions on it, but we just witnessed something as humans that we've never seen before. Now there's a reason, and the reason is this, is because times are a-changing. They're changing in your personal life, they're changing collectively on planet Earth, and the energy is going to continue to change more and more. There's going to continue to be more peace on the planet over and over and over. It's going to take a long time to get it where we want it, many, many years. But this is a start. So in your personal life, you have to ask yourself, what am I doing to bring myself into alignment with more love and less fear in my life? What am I doing in my life to bring myself into more alignment with my inner being, with my soul, which means your soul is not here to destroy anyone. At the highest level, Abraham talks about this constantly. Our inner being does not have hate in it. Our inner being doesn't have harm in it. Our inner being, our soul, does not have sadness or guilt or depression or harm or jealousy is a big one. Our inner being doesn't have worry in it. So where do those things come from? They come from us reaching a vibrational frequency that is part of all that is, that our inner being really wants to move the other direction from. In other words, that's one of the reasons why we became human, is to transform those lower frequencies we just talked about. So if you're listening to this, if you're watching this, if you're here with us, either online later or here live with us, you, in a sense, are being called by your inner being, by even a higher power, you might even say, to make the changes in your life that need to be made, to be able to look at things differently, to find those areas in your life where you can become more aligned with me, which means to have more love. First of all, with yourself, to not be so judgmental with self, and to be not so judgmental with those around you. So what our guided meditations are designed to do, and the reason why I started this program now, is because this is so needed around the planet. This is so needed by the collective consciousness. People are reaching for help. They're begging for answers and solutions, okay? Begging for them. They need answers, okay, to all their problems, whether it's a health issue, whether it's a money issue, whether it's a love issue, relationship issue, a child issue, a family issue, a career and job issue, a political issue. You know, yesterday, with this summit, it appears that the earth just got safer. I don't care how you want to slice it. I don't care, all the political haters on the planet can say what they want. But agreements were signed. The fact, the real news is the agreements were signed and the meeting took place. Where we go from here, we don't know. But that's a step in the right direction. And one of the things we want to say about the guided meditation is this. When you meditate every day and you go within and you slow down and you become neutral and you get inside and you clear your thoughts and you let Spirit speak to you, you let the universe in to your heart, what you're doing is you're taking a step in the right direction. You may not have all the answers yet. You may not have all the solutions today right in your back pocket. But the universe, you're letting it in to help you, to manifest all those things you want. And you're letting the universe come in and allow your health, your physical body, to become a stronger, better mechanism to help you navigate as a human. Because friends, if you don't have a good, healthy, strong body, mind, the rest of it is irrelevant. The rest of it doesn't matter. If you're sick and you're carrying around illness, it's difficult. The ride is more difficult. Much, much more. Doesn't matter how much in love you are. Doesn't matter how much money you got. Doesn't matter how much of everything else you might have. If you're sick and you're ill, and most people have illnesses from time to time, even if they come and go. We can be healthy one day and the next day we can wake up sick. The key to all of it, though, the base foundation of all illness, as well as your money problems, as well as your love problems, and all your other problems, the basis, the core issue is whether we're aligned with ourselves inside. In other words, we're dropping enough resistance for long enough or not. All healing that takes place in a non-resistant state, not a resistant state. What's that mean? Are we torn inside? Are we mad? Are we angry? Are we jealous? Are we depressed? Are we sad? Are we blaming people for any reason? All those things, friends, are things that are outside of us. Outside of us. And when we have them inside of us and we focus on them inside of us, they grow and they get bigger. Tears us apart. And our life gets worse and worse and worse. And then we can't figure out why the patterns continue. When we meditate properly, we stop all of that. We stop all that resistance. We throw the brakes on. We allow the universe to speak to us. We allow alignment. We allow peace. We allow love. And there's no more powerful energy in the universe and on this planet, friends. And you know this. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Than the vibration of love. With love, even as the Bible says, all things are possible. When that was written And that's just one example. I'm not toting the Bible over any other book here. Not picking sides, not religion. But when those words were written about love conquers all, okay, what they were talking about is the vibration, the frequency of love cannot be matched. It heals all, it fixes all, it brings all together, it makes everything possible. All right. So I just wanted to put those things in motion, have a little talk here, wait a little extra time. We're going to have about a 20-minute meditation now. So afterwards, we'll go into the Q&A. We'll have some question and answers. So whatever you had in your meditation, if there's something you didn't understand or something you would like us to explain, then please come on, ask the question, and we'll discuss it. That's the best part, is going over exactly questions. And you can ask questions about anything. We're going to open this up for everybody. All right, so here we go. Find it, get comfortable in your seat, and we'll get started. Okay? So get comfortable in your seat. I hope you're in a good place. You can just kind of relax and let go. We want to start out by focusing on our breath. So the first thing we want you to do is just take a deep breath all the way down. And let it all the way out. Take another deep breath. Pause for a moment and let it out. Just continue this rhythm. Take a nice deep breath, cleansing breath. Why do we talk about breathing so much? Why is it so important? Because breathing is the superhighway to the supernatural. Breathing opens up your pineal gland in your brain so that you can receive information. It allows you to relax. Breathing is the source of life. It brings the life in, and when you exhale, it moves out the tension, the debris, the things that you don't want. It's a cycle, in and out. Breathe in, and breathe out. And as you breathe in through your nose, hold it for a moment, and then deliberately breathe out. Find a nice, comfortable rhythm for yourself. The breathing allows your cells to regenerate in the moment, instantly. It opens up your mind. Breathe in deeply and exhale. We want to clear our mind. Clear your mind of all thought. Focus on your breathing. Feel the breath. With each breath, feel the air filling up your lungs and feeding all of your cells with clean, powerful, crystal clear energy. Breathe in and breathe out. Your letting go of all resistance, all tension, all stress. Let go of all that concerns you. You're letting the universe have all of your trouble, all of your problems. Breathe in and breathe out. Picture in your mind the clean, pure energy filling up your body all the way from your head through the extremities of your body, all the way through your torso, down through the bottom of your toes. Breathe in. You are cleansing every cell. You're also clearing and cleaning your auric field, that which you cannot see. You're cleansing all of your chakra centers. They're all spinning purely, evenly, beautifully, all together in harmony. Your energetic field is 16 feet in diameter all the way around you, a bubble of purity that is you. Breathe in deeply and breathe out. Feel the weightlessness of who you are. Breathe in and breathe out. This is who you really are. Now we want you to, in your mind's eye, to look at your heart that's in your chest. Continue breathing. Continue your pace of breathing. And as you continue your pace of breathing, look at your heart. View it. It's beating in your chest. We want you to open your heart, which means to see your heart expanding in size. Allow it to grow bigger. Breathe in and breathe out. Allow your heart to open larger and larger and larger. Open your heart wide open to all people of all races, of all kinds, of all locations. Breathe in and breathe out. Open your heart even larger than you ever have in your entire life. Open it up. See it. Even moving out of your chest cavity, it's so large as it embraces the entire world and the entire universe. Open your heart. Breathe in and breathe out. feel yourself. Feel the love. This is who you really are. Now we want you to, in your mind's eye, you're standing in a long hallway, a very long hallway. In fact, you can't even see the end of this hallway. And as you peer down this hallway, there are doors all the way down this hallway on both sides. It's a very bright lit hallway. We want you to begin walking towards the end of this hallway. And as you are walking, continue breathing, continue your pace of breathing. Very bright, lighted hallway. These doors on both sides of you, as you're looking at these doors, they have numbers on the doors, but you're just walking down the hallway to the end, because there's something at the end that you're walking towards. And as we continue walking this long hallway, we're continuing to walk. As we come into sight, there is a desk, a large desk, with a person who's sitting at this desk, and you're walking towards this desk. And there's a woman now that appears sitting at the desk. And as you walk up to the desk, she greets you and says, "Hello, can I help you?" And you say to her, "Yes, I'm here for something." So tell her you're here for something. And she says to you, "We've been expecting you. Please follow me." And so you step around the desk and you follow her through a doorway. She opens a large doorway, and this doorway is about a 15-foot high doorway. And as you walk through the doorway and enter the room, there are 3 people that are standing there to meet you, and you know all 3 of these people. You know them. They're smiling. You might be hugging them. You may be shaking their hand, and you're happy to see them. You may or may not know their names, but you're overjoyed, and so are they, that you are together with those 3 people. Take a deep breath and let it out. Now, one of these people grabs you by the hand and says, "Come with me, follow me. I want to take you somewhere." So you grab the hand of one of these people as they lead you across this large room. And they're heading towards another doorway. This is a double doorway. The doors are made of gold. Very fancy, very expensive, very, you might call, royal in their nature. And this person opens the door and says, "I cannot enter, only you can enter," and tells you to go on in. So as you walk in the door and as you enter this room by yourself, you look across the room, and there's a large conference table. It's made out of gold, pure gold. And on this table at the end of the room as you're walking towards this gold table, there is a large box. It's made out of platinum. It's a platinum box. And this box is about 2 feet wide, 2 feet deep, 2 feet high. It's a shiny platinum box. And as you make your way to the table and you look at this platinum box, as you look at the top of the box, you notice that it has your name engraved on the top of the box. Now your curiosity is piqued. Now you know that what's in the box is for you. You are filled with anticipation, curious. You can feel the excitement of what's in this box for you. And as you stand and ponder, looking at this platinum box with your name on it, you take a deep breath. And in your mind's eye, you close your eyes in your mind's eye as you stand before this box. And you give thanks, even before you know what's in this box. And you feel your heart expanding with love and appreciation, because you know that what's in this box is important for you at this time. Now in your mind's eye, you open your eyes. You keep your eyes closed now during this meditation. But as you're metaphorically looking at this box, it's time to now reach down and open the door, open the top, the lid of this box. And as you open it, you see that what's in this side, this box, is a yellow piece of paper. Now, some of you might have seen something before the yellow piece of paper, and that's fine. Hold on to that. But there is a 8.5 by 11 piece of yellow notebook paper folded in half. You reach down and you grab this piece of paper and you unfold it and you open it, and there is a message written, handwritten, just for you. Read what it says to yourself. Don't try to figure it out. Don't try to make sense of it. Just read what's there. And if you cannot see what's written on your piece of paper clearly, ask for guidance and let go so that it's clear. It may be a word, it may be a sentence, it may be several sentences. Now that you have your message, fold the piece of paper up and stick it in your pocket. Close the lid to the platinum box. Bow your head and give thanks and appreciation, for you've been given something very sacred and important that will affect your life, the rest of your life, this lifetime. Do not discount the importance of this message. Take a deep breath. And let it out. Take another deep breath. Let it out. And as you stand before the platinum box and the golden table, we want you to breathe in and breathe out 3 more times. Relaxing, cleansing breaths. Letting go. going to clap 3 times, and then you will open your eyes. Okay, are you back with us? All right, shake out your hands. Wiggle your toes. Feel your arms maybe. Rub your hands together. This is so that we can get back in our bodies. Get back in your physical apparatus. Get back, come back to earth. So, how you doing? How's everybody doing?
Good.
All right, good. Good. All right. Well, let's talk about it. Any questions? Anything that you experienced that that you didn't understand, that maybe was confusing, maybe, or you want some clarity on?
Well, I don't know where I went.
Yes, Brenda.
I don't know where I went.
You don't know where you went?
I was doing the meditation, and then all of a sudden, I don't know. And then you said, okay, let's come that up. And I was like, what happened?
Yes.
Where did I go?
Yeah. Do you remember?
Getting out of my heart, bigger.
Yes. Do you remember your message?
Oh, I want to do this one again.
Yeah.
I want to something.
So when we do this, the energy in the room, I mean, for the people online that are watching, you pick up the energy there because energy has no distance or boundaries. But when you're in this room live and we're together, the energy is so intensely, you might call it non-resistant, that you actually leave your body in such a deep state, just like you did. You can't remember anything, basically. It's kind of an astral travel type experience. And as you become more and more conscious while you're unconscious, you might say, you're able to guide your energy with your inner being even more so. But that's an example of complete non-resistance, complete letting go. It's kind of like when we sleep at night, we get out of our consciousness, we get out of our bodies, and our body has the ability to heal overnight, automatically. The cells have their own intelligence. And we're out of the way. We're completely out of the way, and that's why we can heal and things can fix themselves. Well, when you're conscious and you do it, it's even more powerful because you're still attracting while you're awake. You see, when we go to sleep at night, friends, the attraction process stops. Most people don't know this. Abraham talks about this in depth. When you go to sleep at night, you stop attracting. There's no attraction. The law of attraction isn't working with us while we're in bed, sleeping. So while we're meditating, what's so powerful about meditation is when you properly do it, like you said, you can't remember anything at some point. You drop so much resistance that you're almost asleep, but you were still consciously awake. So the law of attraction, that flow of well-being, is flowing through us at the most powerful rate that it could possibly be. And that's why it feels so good. You see? That's how you know you're on the right track. Is you feel so good. You have no worry, no drama. You're not thinking about how many bills are unpaid, or where am I going to get my next paycheck, or, you know, how come this person loves me or doesn't love me, or why did my child do this, or why does, why did this happen? Or, all those things, those myriads of thoughts that are bringing resistance. All that's out of the way, you see. And our consciousness just soak it in. Pure beingness. Nothing more powerful, friends. That's why the more you can do this during your day and get in that state, the more the universe will bring an avalanche of good things your way. You see, you got to let it in. That's what letting in means. That's what letting go means. That's what surrendering means, is letting in the good things that you want instead of holding them off and attracting the things you don't want through resistance, you see. That's how it works. So that's very good, Brenda. That's powerful.
So such release it is.
Yes. You have the ability to really
No resistance.
to get in that state of being. And what happens is you let in the messages, you let in things you need to know. And Spirit speaks to us, see, through the crack of least resistance, you might say. We don't have to try. You don't have to try to make things happen. That's where it all goes south. That's where it all goes wrong, guys, is when we're trying too hard. We got to get messages. We got to find the solution. We got to meditate so we can get the information. We can get the It does the complete opposite. It cuts us off. You see, that's how it works. Because all the answers are inside. In other words, our inner being has all the answers. Our soul template has all the answers. All of them. Every answer that you have a question to in your life, every one of them, your inner being holds. And the question is, how often am I letting go and letting in those answers? How often am I doing that? How often am I being angry about something? How often am I being frustrated with something? Or worrying about something? Or blaming somebody or something for something? Because when we're doing all those things, guys, those answers can't come in. That's why most people walking around, most people on the planet Earth, and I'm talking about just about everybody, walks around in a state of resistance every day, and why they're all unhappy most of the time. Why they're all sick most of the time. Why they're all complaining most of the time. While they're all trying to harm one another most of the time because they're not happy in here, and they think somebody's got to fix that for them. When if you flip the scales and go inside, you go inside and relax and let go. Let go and let God, as they say. Well, what we're doing is we're letting God in. We're letting the universe in. We're letting our inner being in. We're letting the answers in. And the answers come in a myriad of ways after that. Everything from a message in your brain, to a phone call, to a text, to an email, to a show on TV, to a bumper sticker, to a bird on a line, to somebody wearing a t-shirt that's got a message on it. There's a myriad of ways the universe, but the universe never makes a mistake, so it always gets you the answer. But you got to let it in. Got to let it in. Okay. What else? Any other questions? Yeah. I know you have a question.
Yeah, I have a question.
Yes, Yana.
I didn't see the door nor people.
Speak up just a little bit.
I didn't see the door nor people, but I was going. I don't know. I was at the ocean. I was in so many different places, and then I saw many hands, like together or separately.
Yeah.
And on the end, of course, I saw a car, and the message from the car, I'm assuming, I just get the message. It was 9 faith. So I would like to know what is that.
Okay, so the message was 9, the number 9,
Number 9.
and then faith, right? Okay.
Yeah.
So the number 9 is a number of endings. It's the ending. It's an ending to something. It's universal endings. That's a very, very powerful number because right after that is brand new beginnings. So anytime we have a 9, it's the last single digit number. That's why it's about endings. So if you had 9 and then the word faith, that means that there's something ending and you have to have faith in the process, okay, while it ends. It's coming to an end. So that's a good thing. Okay, now the number 9 is made up by several different numbers, but they're all a function of 3s primarily. 3, 3, and 3 equals 9. 3 is a powerful transitional number. 6 and 3 is 9. 7 and 2 is 9. 8 and 1. You can look at the numbers that make up 9 sometimes as well. But 9 is a number of endings. So there's something ending in your life right now. And there's a new moon today.
Yeah.
We're doing this on a new moon in Gemini. So something is about to come into being that's going to be brand new. Probably in the next few days after this new moon. Because new moons are about planting new seeds for new things to happen. And then by the time we get to a full moon, which is 2 weeks away, that's usually when the culmination of new moon stuff manifests. This could be from previous new moons as well, years past even. But there's something significant in your life. It's coming to an end so that a brand new beginning is going to open up. And it's asking you to have faith. You already know what this is. You already know what's surrounding it. Okay? You already know. You have to think about what's the biggest thing in your life that you want to change, that you feel is coming to an end, that you want a new beginning around, you want a new start, that would change your life. Okay? Because the topic of this meditation tonight was meeting your next big idea. And big ideas are new starts. Big ideas are new ways of doing things. New ideas are a change in life direction. Okay? Not just a little one. Not just changing restaurants. I'm not going to eat there anymore. I'm going to go over here and eat. No. It's about major life directional changes, what we're talking about here. And right now, that's what we're all in the middle of. The world had a major directional change yesterday when President Trump met with North Korea, Kim Jong-un. Right in a new moon energy. Major world directional change. Now, we don't know what's going to come out of that. But it is a change, and it's a big one, because it's never happened before. 3 months ago, everyone on the planet was in fear that North Korea was going to nuke somebody and kill a bunch of people. And the United States was the target, as was Japan, Taiwan, South Korea, Hawaii. For the past year, nobody saw this coming. I will say that last December I told everybody that one of two things was going to happen. If you were at my class, I said, North Korea, they're either going to take him out and kill him, assassinate him, probably his own people, one way or another, or we're going to see a complete turn of events, and he's going to have a change of heart, and we're going to see peace. And everybody said, well, there ain't no damn way that's happening. Well, guess what? Everybody was wrong. Everybody was wrong. Just like everybody was wrong about a non-politician. We're living in times that cannot be predicted with certainty. We're living in unprecedented times when we don't know what's going to happen in the next 5 minutes. But I guarantee you, it's going to be bigger and bigger and bigger. The big island of Hawaii, right now as we speak, is being transformed in a completely new island. There will be nothing left of that island that used to be there when this is over, except for the volcano. Hundreds of homes have been destroyed. People are evacuating, leaving. It's taking over. That's Uranus and Taurus energy I've been talking about. And that energy is there for the next 7 years. So, I hope that gives you a little insight. Yeah. Any more questions? Gunnar.
It's more general. Whenever I do a guided meditation, there are periods where I'm losing focus. I'm somehow drifting away or so. Then after a while I'm coming back or so.
Yeah, that's normal. You know, when you actually let go properly in a meditation and you relax properly and you let go properly, you're at that stage, that place where you could very easily just fall asleep. And some people do. Because you're right there. You've gotten rid of that resistance. So the way to keep yourself awake during meditation is to continue to focus on your breathing. That's how you do it. You can either in your mind's eye view your breath going into your lungs and out. In other words, focus on something specific during that. Now, if you're in a guided meditation and you hear the words, it's more about following that. And you'll get better at it because as you get better at it, you become more conscious while you're letting go so that you don't fall asleep, you see. So that you stay in that place. You get conscious control while you're letting go. That's what awareness really is. The word awareness, we all use. Or conscious, that's what conscious means. But finding that place, that perfect place where you're not asleep and you're not fully awake, you're right in that really nice zone where you're just being. You're being. That's it. You're not accomplishing anything. You're not figuring anything out. You're not asleep. You're not creating anything. You're just being. That's where we want to be. To be. And when you're in the being process of being, what happens is this is how people are able, that to channel unconsciously or consciously. They're in that state, they're in that in-between state. Sometimes in the morning we wake up when you're sleeping in bed. You have that between state where you're not really asleep and you're not really awake. You're in this great zone where you might be receiving. Every morning almost, I receive information in that zone when I wake up. And when you get really good at practicing this, you can go into that zone at will at any time. And you don't have to do it by sitting down and going into a meditation pose formally. You can just do it on will. For instance, I'll use an example how Cryon, when he started channeling 30 years ago, it took him a while to get into that state before he could actually receive the message and start channeling. Esther Hicks was the same way. Abraham was the same way. It took her a little while to get into that. Now, they just close their eyes and they're immediately there because they're used to it, you see. You can do the same thing, same exact thing. Because your body remembers it. Your consciousness remembers it. And you're wired for it. You're wired for it. Hope that helps. Anything else? Jeff?
So I have meditated, I think, all but one day since last week. And last week I did not see the face of my guide, and I didn't get a message. And I haven't since. And then tonight I saw the box, and I saw a piece of paper inside the box, but I didn't see anything on it. And I didn't even see the three people. I kind of felt energy, but I don't know what it was. But that part didn't come clear either.
Yeah.
So, what does that mean?
Well, if you didn't see the three people, but you felt them, and you didn't see, you saw the box, but you didn't see, did you see the paper?
Yes, I saw a yellow
But
piece
you
of
didn't
paper.
see the message on
No,
the paper?
nothing.
Okay. Well, that always means that you weren't ready. There's still some things there that you're not quite ready to see yet. And it always has to do, I mean, I want to tell you this the way it is. It always has to do with there's still some beliefs in place that regarding some fears that we have to kind of let go of. And the only way you can let go of that is continue meditating and continue letting go. You know, because when we don't get the message, when it's not clear, we don't see it, first of all, it's not time to get that message yet. Because there's some belief systems in place within us that are around fear that isn't ready to accept whatever that message might be. So follow this a minute. It's kind of like if I said to you, I'm going to give you something, Jeff, and you may not like this. You may not like it at all. Or you may love it. But I can't guarantee anything. Because this may destroy your life. Or this may really make your life great. But I can't tell you which one. Are you willing to take the risk? And what you're saying in meditation is, no, I'm not willing to take the risk. You see? That's what's really happening. I'm not really ready to risk myself with the message yet. Because there's fear there underlying that says, I don't know if I want to know this message. I don't think I really want to know it. Because if I do know it now, that means that I might have to change my life in some way that I don't like. I'm not ready to do that. So there's no judgment on the message. It just means that we're holding back for a reason. And that reason is valid. It's not a bad reason. Okay? It's not a good reason. This is a reason that's coming. And when you're ready, you'll get it. You may get it in a dream. You may get it at any time. You don't know. When you're the most least resistant, the message will show up. You may get it tonight when you leave. You may see it printed somewhere. But when you see it and you get it, you'll know it. It'll resonate with you. Your heart will know it. That should help. What else? Anything else? Any other questions?
I just noticed that I wasn't
Dave?
from all last week, here, and the several times that I have. I didn't get as deep tonight, which I was fine with, but I still was able to follow. I saw the woman and then the three beings.
Yeah.
I could make her out, but I didn't. I just knew there were three people there, three beings, whatever. I saw the box, and I saw the paper, and I saw my message. But I just didn't feel as deep as I've been. But
well, it varies.
It didn't worry me or bother me. But that's what I noticed about it.
Every meditation that you do in your life is different. Every meditation is different. Every time is different. How you feel is different. What you're ready to receive is different. Where you want to go with things is different. Sometimes you feel like it, sometimes you don't. Sometimes you get really deep, sometimes you don't get really deep. It doesn't matter, but whatever time you take out to neutralize benefits you. Always. Even if it's for 5 seconds. There's a thing that happens. The longer the better. Okay? It's not necessarily the deepness sometimes. It's the time that you can neutralize and become non-resistant that matters. Because the law of attraction, the longer you're in that non-resistant state, the more the deliberate manifestation of things wanted show up in your life. And I'm not talking about 6 months from now. I'm talking about immediately, some sooner, some a little bit later, hours later, days later, weeks later. Okay? But the universe is on it. Always on it. Okay? That's something you have to know about it. Okay? Good?
Any online questions?
Yeah, I was just going to see if we have any online questions. Let me get my my eyeballs. Let's see here.
So relaxed.
Questions. See if I can figure this out. Anybody online have any questions? Hey guys, we got a bunch of people here. Sue Horn, good to see you, Sue. Mona, Billy Gilbert's in the house. Good to see you. Shannon French, Kaylee Ann Banks, Janice Schultz, Samantha Montag. Hey, haven't seen Samantha in forever. Good to see you, Samantha. Melody Boxberger, my family, my brother's wife. What do you call that? Aunt? No. Sister-in-law, that's right. See, that just tells you how much I know about family definitions. Michael Ozier, good to see you, Brother Ozier. Sandra Donovan, Skywalker, Shrendy. All right, we got a bunch. Rochelle Wellis, Lenny Savitt, Frida Fambo. Everybody's online, man. Man, I hope you guys hit the donation button tonight. What you put out's what you get back. Jeff Osmondson. What you put out is what you get back multiplied. Share the love, you get the love back. That's the way the universe works. Denise Johnson, good to see you. Come on, Matthew Lyon. Wow, we're rocking tonight. Good to see everybody. It's good. We're having a party tonight. Y'all in Atlanta need to come here in person and join us. Okay? Join us. I know the online thing's great, but nothing beats getting together in person. Okay? Nothing beats this energy. Okay? The healing, the camaraderie, the socializing together. You know, and then afterwards we go to King George Tavern and socialize a little bit and have some fun. So, all right. Any online questions? I'm going to ask one more time. That's going to be it. Anybody want to post anything online? Sue Stack Steele's out in Utah. Good to see you, Sue. All right. No online questions. All right. Well, that concludes our Q&A. It's good to see everybody. We are here every Wednesday night, 7:30 to 8:30, live and in person. We do it both. In fact, I don't think anybody on the planet is doing guided meditation online and in person together, and then doing a Q&A afterwards to clarify everything. Come join us online or in person, preferably in person. We like to see your ugly mugs, okay? We really do. I mean, we want that energy. Life is short, guys. Life is short.
Especially Shannon.
Amen.
Okay? Good friend of mine just died a couple days this past weekend. You know, 41 years old. I mean, listen, you know, child on the way, pregnant. I mean, life is short. Okay? Make hay while the sun's shining. Get together with people you love, people that see things the way you do, and avoid the ones that don't. Let them go. Friends, we're in an energy right now. We're letting people go, if you haven't noticed, because we're on to something bigger and better. Okay? There's another chapter happening right now. Friends, in July is going to be a game changer in everybody's lives. We have 2 eclipses. We have Mars going to be retrograde. We have Neptune going retrograde next week. We are in super retrograde season, super eclipse, powerful eclipses in July. Guys, I'm telling you, you're about to, the heat is going to be on in July. And I'm not just saying from the sky either. I'm talking about changes that are going to be the rest of your life type changes. Big. Collectively on the planet, we're going to see it too. We're going to see stuff with Mars retrograde that is going to be shocking. You thought yesterday with President Trump meeting with North Korea was shocking? I mean, I watched the whole thing, every bit of it, live. You thought that was shocking. Just watch what happens in July, okay? So come meet with us. You need to get together, okay? You need to support one another. You need to talk about things. Need to support each other with stuff, okay? It's only going to benefit you. The online thing is great, but we're being asked with Uranus and Taurus to get together and hug one another, okay? To get together and hug one another. The power of that is unmatched. We get all the electronics we can. Now, that's fine, okay? But we need human contact, okay? So with that, guys, we will see you next week. I appreciate you all being with us. Please watch this, share, and like this show. Hit the donation button. The PayPal, it's right here. I put it in the link online right there. It's $10. Hit the donation button. Put the money out. It'll come back to you multiplied. It's a law of physics, okay? That's just the way it is. We have to have energy exchanges in life. This is what builds your bank account, okay? This is how you do it, okay? Share the love with one another. I love you all, even though I act like most of the time I don't. But I do. Thanks for being with us. We will see you next week.